It's hot. Yeah, it's hot because it's summertime. That's the expectation. I looked at the forecast today, it's supposed to get 110 plus. So then I started looking at, well, we're in the summer season. How much longer can I endure 110, 115, or like last week, 117, which broke a record? The key is that I can handle it for the next couple months because that's what summer is. Seasons are meant to be temporary. When the summer is getting ready to close, yes, I'm ready for those leaves to start falling off the trees, to start to change colors, the days to start getting shorter, the nights to start getting longer, the temps to start getting cooler. That's the expectation, right? Because seasons are temporary. It shouldn't last. And then the weather comes even more severe. We get some white stuff. It gets cold. It drops into temperatures. And, you're living in the mountains. You understand that. But it's the expectation. And then when that white stuff starts to thaw, we're ready for the new plants to come up. We're ready for new growth. We're ready for putting on shorts and warmer temperatures and longer days. That's the expectation. Here's the problem. When we hang out in the season and we stay for a while, longer than the season, you may be in winter right now in the middle of summer, or at least it feels like it. Everything's dark and gloomy despite the long sunny days outside. You know what I'm talking about. Don't get stuck in a season. Seasons are temporary. Don't get stuck, move through. Or how about you can't get stuck in any season when it's fruitful and things are growing and you're stuck in summer, but you should be pausing. You should be looking at how can we improve. You should be harvesting the crops, harvesting the results and planning for the next season. Because if you don't, you get stuck in a growth season, you get passed up by competitors. Or how about you're stuck in a spring season? You're learning, you're growing, you're taking seminars, you're reading books, and you're deepening those roots. You're getting ready to grow, but you just keep consuming and consuming and growing and growing. Well, all that growth is great if something comes from it, but you got to get out of the spring season. You can't stay in a learning mode forever. You have to apply what you've learned. That's the cycle. You learn something, you apply it. You grow, you rethink it, you retool it, you replan it, and you go through the cycle again. Seasons are not just the weather patterns, they are also seasons in your life. So if you find yourself right now stuck in a season and it's not serving you, and you need to take some action, or you need to move, or you need to redirect what you're doing, or reprioritize and rethink this whole thing and re-strategize, so that you can implement and learn and grow and have another bigger harvest next season. That's how it's supposed to work. So if you find yourself right now stuck in a season, give yourself permission to move through already. How weird is it if somebody in the middle of the summer here in Phoenix goes outside wearing a parka and a beanie, or if you're in Canada, a toque, and wearing gloves and a snowsuit? You'd think that they just escaped from a mental hospital, right? Well, sometimes that's how it looks when we get stuck in a business cycle or a life cycle or a life season or a business season when we should have moved through it already. A while ago, a couple weeks ago, I talked about when the test is being given, the teacher is silent. Well, you may have some silent people in your life that are just observing you. And maybe you're just being silent with yourself when you should be giving yourself some encouragement to move through the season already. It's time for growth. It's time for new harvest. It's time for new ideas. It's time for rest. There is a season of rest. Is that right now for you? I don't know. Every one of you has a different priority, but you, and I'm talking to you, take your own inventory, my friend, and change the season if you need to. Don't wait for a friend to come up and tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, bud, you should probably take your parka off. It's 110 degrees outside. You know what I'm talking about? Have a great day. Take care. God bless.